V for Vendetta by Alan Moore and David Lloyd. Suggested for mature readers. Published by DC Comics. Volume 2 of 10. Color artist Steve Whitaker. Ben Dodds. David Lloyd. Lettering Ginny O'Connor and Steve Craddock. December 12th, 1997. First version. Chapter 5. Versions. My name is Adam Susan. I am the leader. Leader of the lost, ruler of the ruins. I am a man like any other man. I lead the country that I love out of the wilderness of the 20th century. I believe in survival, in the destiny of the Nordic race. I believe in fascism. Oh yes, I am a fascist. What of it? Fascism, a word whose meaning has been lost in the bleedings of the weak and the treacherous. The Romans invented fascism. A bundle of bound twigs was its symbol. One twig could be broken. A bundle would prevail. Fascism. Strength in unity. I believe in strength. I believe in unity. And if that strength, that unity of purpose demands a uniformity of thought, word, and deed, then so be it. I will not hear talk of freedom. I will not hear talk of individual liberty. They are luxuries. I do not believe in luxuries. The war put paid to luxury. The war put paid to freedom. The only freedom left to my people is the freedom to starve, the freedom to die, the freedom to live in a world of chaos. Should I allow them that freedom? I think not. I think not. Do I reserve myself the freedom I deny to others? I do not. I sit here within my cage, and I am but a servant. I, who am master of all that I see desolation. I see ashes. I have so very much. I have so very little. I am not loved. I know not in soul or body. I know that not in soul or body. I have never known the soft whisper of endearment, never known the peace that lies between the thighs of a woman. But I am respected, I am feared, and that will suffice. Because I love, I, who am not loved in return, I have a love that is far deeper than the empty gasps and convulsions of brutish coupling. Shall I speak of her? Shall I speak of my bride? She has no eyes to flirt or promise. But she sees all, sees and understands with a wisdom that is godlike in its scale. I stand at the gates of her intellect, and I am blinded by the light within. How stupid I must seem to her, how childlike and uncomprehending. Her soul is clean and untainted by the snares and ambiguities of emotion. She does not hate, she does not yearn, she is untouched by joy or sorrow. I worship her though I am not worthy. I cherish the purity of her disdain. She does not respect me. She does not fear me. She does not love me. They think she is hard and cold. Those who do not know her, they think she is lifeless and without passion. They do not know her. She has not touched them. She touches me, and I am touched by God, by destiny, the whole of existence. Courses through her. I worship her. I am her slave. No freedom ever was so sweet. My love, I would stay with you forever, would spend my life within you. I would wait upon your every utterance and never ask the merest splinter of affection. Fate, fate, I love you. The Old Bailey, second version. Hello, dear lady. A lovely evening, is it not? Forgive me for intruding. Perhaps you were intending to take a stroll. Perhaps you were merely enjoying the view. No matter. I thought it was time we had a little chat, you and I. Ah, I was forgetting that we are not properly introduced. I do not have a name. You can call me V. Madam Justice, this is V. V, this is Madam Justice. Hello, Madam Justice. Good evening, V. There, now we actually know each other. Actually, I've been a fan of yours for quite some time. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The poor boy has a crush on me. An adolescent infatuation. I beg your pardon, madam. It isn't like that at all. I've long admired you, albeit only from a distance. I used to stare at you from my streets below when I was a child. I'd say to my father, "Who is that lady?" And he'd say, "That's Madam Justice." And I'd say, "Isn't she pretty?" Please don't think it was merely physical. I know you're not that sort of girl. No, I loved you as a person, as an ideal. That was a long time ago. I'm afraid there's someone else now. What? V? For shame. You have betrayed me for some harlot, some vain and pouting hussy with painted lips and a knowing smile. Madam, I beg to differ. It was your infidelity that drove me to her arms. Aha! That surprised you, didn't it? You thought I didn't know about your little fling. But I do. I know everything. Frankly, I wasn't surprised when I found out you always did have an eye for a man in uniform. Uniform? Why, I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. It was always you, V. You were the only one. Liar, slut, whore. Deny that you let him have his way with you? Him with his armbands and jack boots. Well, cat got your tongue? I thought as much. Very well, so you stand revealed at last. You are no longer my justice. You are his justice. Now you have bedded another. Well, two can play at that game. Who is she, V? What is her name? Her name is Anarchy, and she has taught me more as a mistress than you ever did. She has taught me that justice is meaningless without freedom. She is honest. She makes no promises and breaks none. Unlike you, Jezebel, I used to wonder why you could never look me in the eye. Now I know. So goodbye, dear lady. I would be saddened by our parting, even now, save that you are no longer the woman that I once loved. Here is a final gift. I leave it at your feet. The flames of freedom, how lovely, how just. Ah, my precious Anarchy. O beauty, till now I never knew thee. Epilogue. Mr. Prothero, Lewis, it's me. Mr. Finch. I'm your friend, Lewis, your friend. Can you hear me, Lewis? I want to know what happened to you, Lewis. I want to know what he did to you. You know who I'm talking about, don't you, Lewis? I'm talking about the man in the cloak, Lewis. I'm talking about the smiling man. Mama. Oh, Christ, I thought we got away from his mama. All right, Lewis, you're safe. We're your friends. He can't hurt you now. He can't find you here. Lewis? What's the use? Whatever that beggar did, it was for keeps. Come on, Dominic. We'll have another crack at him after a cup of tea and a hand of brag. Let's take 5. 5? 5? 5? Room 5? 5?